I got big ring, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, you leech ass, lil' fame, I won't walk, I'm the same, for wrong, I try to tell these motherfuckers time to time, for wrong, pussy ass, purple ass nigga, man, for wrong, make your born ass right. Niggas better get their weight up, you little body bitch. Worry about a damn pay cut, you little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You that scare rag, cow ass little body bitch. Had to fuck around, get my rank up, you little body bitch. And I'm pouring up, yeah, young nigga, and I'ma take a sip. Yeah. All these niggas want down hate, but tell them zip it lip. You a dumb ass, scare ass, one little body bitch. Damn. And I ain't worried about nothing, nigga, nah, I ain't worried about shit. I got more than one, so you know nigga don't reminisce. I spit flavors on these damn beats, niggas better catch a pitch. Never knew a goddamn man be scared to represent. But you a whole ass, dirt ass, little damn body ass nigga. Get body with the damn scripture with your little body ass nigga. Nigga, I'm a true priest, true line nigga, true Zion ass nigga. And you a little boy, little bitch ass, little body ass nigga. I got big ring, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play. Bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, you leech ass, lil' fame, I won't walk, got the same, for wrong, I tell them, nigga, for wrong, get your shit together, nigga, for wrong, work it. I'ma do this shit till I write, you little body bitch. I'ma judge your ass like your pot, you little body bitch. And I'm smooth with it, y'all Isupk, you little body bitch. And I switch nigga on that thought, you little body bitch. And I'ma stay determined like the cars, you little body bitch. And I'm stone cold like a bond, you little body bitch. And I'm a warrior like that bar, you little body bitch. And my aim like that Isupk, you little body bitch. Need a princess papa, you little body bitch. Or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch, yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch. Just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got big ring, you mad, get stoned, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, we purple, we gay, you leech ass, lil' fame, I won't walk, I say, for wrong. Hey,
yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news, it's to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they trade that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch me whole guard. Yeah, ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick, I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any part. I need a Vaseline like my Nina puff apart. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hawkins. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking notes. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I high down and out there. You can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole part. Yeah, know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low. Told that bitches either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made it call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
You'll never see another nigga like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one westward sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Runners on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jits. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swerve in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home and change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her. They don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on the face, but it's not concealing the pain. It's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Lighters in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. And king, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swerve in my whole life. My whole life.
Right at it. Hear the hunger in my voice. They used to tell me to speak up. The problem wasn't what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just won't change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passive. I think massive, no response, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overdose fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatics. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rip. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the go. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You can focus on the downs, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now. I make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna be the living. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home the truth, I ain't never had to choose. I'm trying to get beamed up, man. Y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up. Man, y'all trying to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up. Hear the hunger in my voice. They used to tell me to speak up. The problem wasn't what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just won't change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passive. I think massive, no response, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overdose fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatics. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rip. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the go. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You can focus on the downs, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now. I'm trying to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna be the living. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, I ain't never had to choose. I'm trying to get beamed up, man. Y'all trying to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man. Y'all trying to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Bust the head.
OD and on the beat, Narcan flow. We outside. We outside with it. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I got the world in the palm of my hand. One West leave stretched through it live on the gram. Had a whole world viewing. Click and subscribe. Had them niggas off the block. Tell them shooters they want a job. I just put them on the payroll. When I get control them, I just mold them like they Play-Doh. Soldiers giving Halo, trying to get up at them pesos. 40 cows send you out of space, Jeff Bezos. And Jeff Bezos, leave you all boxed up. All cause my delivery. I be on that prime shit. Take you time to get with me. Got me like Vladimir. Treat you like the Ukraine. Raid your little city, now you boating like Usain. Scope costs more than the rifle. I got new aim, fresh kick, spit with the blick. Not my shoe game. Used to have a dirty 30 tied to a shoestring. Now I got that Ruger 5 and 7. That's my boot thing. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that
check.
bag and we outside. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mask and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I don't talk hardly. Be there when you call me. Send them Philly clippers at your head like a baldy. Chopper get to run down your block like a Harley. No, this ain't a big hog. This the big dog.
In your city, swinging through the jungle like it's pitfall. In the water wading, marching to my cadence. Big burst of thunder in my hands like I'm reading. Shitty little combat sounds, but I ain't playing.
Look them in the eye before the war like a weigh-in. I'm up in the AM, politicking movements with that Draco from the vid because it's proven. Waiting on my brother out of bed, he ain't do shit. That's how life go. Win some, you lose. Seen a little nigga beat a big nigga out his shoes. Seen that nigga come back, pull up with a gun strap, rob everybody outside, told him run that. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. Before the COVID had the mask, then we was outside. My Glock loaded, extra mag, and it's outside. It's one west for that bag, and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. We outside, and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. We outside, yeah, we outside. There's one west on them corners, and we outside. We outside with it.
This one is low. That was not coming through at all.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me, maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. Payback's a bitch.
How about Shimmy Shah Brakatah?
Y'all about Shimmy Shah Brakatah. Clap it up, Harlem. Let's get it on. Knock him through water, Warriors. We're going to get into it tonight. Of course, I'm going to answer all of your questions, Lord allow, to the best of my ability. I'll be able to help you as much as I can. I'm going to solve all of your problems, work out all of your issues, try to give you some guidance, but you will have to answer one question for me. ¿Qué es un pegging kit? Someone tonight will have to tell me what is a pegging kit. I just looked it up just now. I sent it to Ephraim down there in Harlem. Please, brothers, tell me what is a pegging kit. I'm going to see if you know what it is. All right. With that, I'll answer all of your questions. Also, tonight we'll get into empathy. Empathy, something that Donald Trump does not have, and that's the reason that he was chosen to be president of America, because he has no empathy. And America wanted a president that did not possess empathy. There's a new big wave going on in the Christian church where they teach that empathy is wrong, that if you're applying empathy in your life, you're actually a bad Christian. You can find these videos all over the internet. We'll go into that tonight as well. Also, we'll go into Donald Trump, and I will explain to you and show you what fake Israelites have in common with Donald Trump. We'll go into that tonight. Everybody understands? Good to go. Who do we have in the house tonight, Ephraim?
So far, we got Trinidad in the building with us.
Give Trinidad a hand. I see you, Warriors. Get it on out there in Trinidad, brothers. Well done.
We got Dallas.
Man. We got Dallas, Texas. I see you, D-Town. Get it on, Dallas. I see you, Warriors. Well, good to see you, brothers, all right? Anything? Who else do we have? Who's this here? What city is this? Florida?
Yes, sir.
You look like you're from Florida. You look like a Florida brother. Give him a hand, Doc. Well done. Give Florida a hand. Anything else? We good?
In headquarters.
And of course, Harlem, New York, Jerusalem, home of the truth. Give him a hand. All right, let's get it on, Ephraim. I'm ready when you are.
So a question here in the room.
Shalom, General.
Shalom, Warrior. Good to see you.
Likewise. I would like the general breakdown on Luke chapter 10, verse 17 and 18.
Mm-hmm.
Luke chapter 10, verse 17. And the 70 returned again with joy, saying,
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you too well, brother. My apologies. Say it again, please. Stand by. Yes. Check this one.
Slaki, can you hear me now, General?
I hear you fine now.
All right. Luke chapter 10, verse 17. And the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name.
Okay, you said the 70. Are you in the New Testament?
Sir.
And what book of the New Testament, please?
Luke chapter 10, verse 17.
Okay, read they right here. Read 10 and 16, please.
Khan. Verse 16. He that heareth, you heareth me. And he that despises you, despises me.
I think I heard that. I think I understand that. Go ahead.
And he that despises me, despises him that sent me.
I think, okay, you understand that, right, Up?
Khan, sir.
All right, keep going.
Verse 17. And the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name.
So this is when the brothers went out to go teach. And you said 70, the number 70, correct?
Khan, sir.
So that's when these 70 brothers went out to go teach. And when they came back from camp that day, they said, Lord, man, even the devils have to obey you. They're telling Christ, this is when Christ was walking the earth, correct?
Khan.
You're correct. This is in what book? This is in Mark, you said?
Luke chapter 10.
Luke, right. So they come back to Christ and they say, man, we went to camp today, man. Even the demons have to obey you. I mean, in essence, they had a wonderful camp day. People tried to come against them at camp, but they won every battle. That's what that means. When it says that the demons obey you, you've been through this yourself, warrior. You go out to camp and people are coming up against the camp trying to battle us. Before you know it, that your camp leader gets up on the mic, brother, and that same bastard that was coming up against us, now he's apologizing and asking, where is the school? You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Up?
Khan, sir.
That happens. Okay, that's what he means by that. If you need me to keep going, go ahead.
Khan, sir, the next verse.
Go ahead.
Verse 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
Read that again.
And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
So remember, they're coming back from camp and they're talking about the wonderful day they had at camp. That even the people who hate us, just like Jesus Christ said, when he sent them out, he said, listen, if people hate you, they're going to hate you because they hate me. If they reject you, it's because they rejected me. And if they reject me, they're rejecting God. And then he sent them out on the street to teach. They came back. They had a glorious camp day. Este es un día glorioso. They had a glorious camp day that day. They came back. They're telling Christ all about it. Man, even the demons had to obey us, man. Even the demons obeyed you. And then Jesus Christ is making a comment on the success that they had that day at camp. You understand, warrior?
Khan, sir.
And this is his comment. Read it again.
Verse 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
Meaning, imagine lightning in the sky, right? And you know how fast lightning hits the earth? You with me up?
Khan, sir.
Think about how fast lightning strikes, how fast lightning comes down from the sky and hits the earth. He's saying he beheld, and Satan is falling as fast as lightning. You understand, warrior?
Khan, sir.
That's what he means. As opposed to something just drifting down from the clouds or something just falling down. He's saying that Satan is falling like lightning falls from the sky. Meaning Satan is falling in what way, warrior?
From his rulership?
If Satan is falling like lightning falls from the sky, then that means that Satan is falling what?
Very fast.
That's the point. That's his point. Satan is falling fast. The demons, the people that rule this world, our oppressors. At one time, they called themselves the Roman Empire. Now they call themselves the British, the French, and the Americans and the Russians. They're falling, and they're falling fast, quickly. Donald Trump is facilitating the lightning-like fall of America. It's happening, and it was happening during the time of Christ. During the time of Christ, Rome fell. The same people that oppressed us in that day, they had fallen 70 years. I'm sorry, they had fallen, my God. I mean, I forget how long when the Roman Empire split up, but not too long after Jesus Christ and after the fall of Jerusalem, the Roman Empire split up into the Eastern Kingdom and to the Western Kingdom. These demons, these devils, these oppressors, they're falling like lightning. They're falling fast. That's the point. Was there more?
That's it, sir.
No problem. Next question.
Come on, sir. Florida has a question.
Florida, I'm here, brothers.
Shalom, General Yahabashim Yahshabrakatah.
Please, Yahabashim Yahabashim. Go ahead and read it.
Khan, sir. With your grace, I would like to get a general breakdown of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 46. Primarily, I want to know what the palms are that Christ is putting in their hands.
Absolutely, brother. I'd be honored to help you. Thawada. Okay,
Yes,
go ahead and read it, please.
Yes, sir. 2nd Ezra, chapter 2. I'll start at verse 44.
Mm-hmm.
2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 44. So I asked the angel, and he said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal.
Do you understand that?
Khan, sir, if I may.
Please.
This is saying that basically they're in the spirit now. They're not living, they're not doing physical, like sinning and stuff like that.
There you go. Exactly. That, give him a hand. Well said. That's that. And this is for to catch everyone up to where we are. This is a prophecy that Ezra saw, a vision Ezra saw about the future, about the same things that you and I hope for every night. He saw the coming of our King Jesus Christ and the destruction of the enemies of God. He saw finally the slaves of the planet Earth, who are his people. He finally saw the slaves were going to be victorious, and they would now rule over the people that had ruled over them. This is Judgment Day. This is the day when now you receive a crown for standing with God in a place that hated God, for standing with Jesus Christ in a place that rejected him. And so now these men are getting crowns on their head for the hard work they did before Jesus Christ came back. And they're receiving, read that last. And so, of course, when the angel told Ezra, these are them that have cast off the mortal. The word mortal means death or dying, like mortality or mort, right? That which is Italian, I believe, or Spanish for dead. And they have put on the immortal. Immortal means that you do not die. And how do you cast off the mortal? By casting off sin, by casting off lust, by casting off the things that make you disobey God's laws. Because when you disobey God's law, you die. So they've thrown off these things, and now they have put on immortality, meaning their behavior, their custom, their culture are now, it's a culture of life now, yes, culture of living now, yes, culture of keeping the commandments. So now we don't die. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Khan. 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 45. He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of God.
Do you need me to break that part down? Do you understand that?
If you may, sir.
Confess is talking about saying that you believe in Jesus Christ, even though you know that they will hate you because they hated him. Which is what we just read with the other question. You understand? Because everyone hates Jesus Christ. When you go out and tell everyone about who he really is, they're going to hate you. That risk of being hated and persecuted makes telling everyone you follow Christ a confession. Because once you say it, you're going to have to pay for it.
Oh, God.
And once they find out you're in the truth, forget about this. If you in one of these fake Israelite groups, they'll be fine with that, because Christians and fake Israelites are the same. They're the exact same thing. The purple pigs of the IUIC, they're just a bunch of choir boys, and they're just like every other Christian, closeted homosexuals.
Yes, sir.
Just like all the rest of them. But when you tell everyone that you're one Weststock, that you grow with Commanding General Yohanan, they're going to say you're in a cult. They're going to say that you're a hate group. They're going to say I don't want you around your son anymore, your daughter. I don't want you over here anymore. I don't want you coming in my house anymore. Saying that you're in the UPK is a confession. It's something that once you say it, brother, there's repercussions.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Sir.
Keep going.
Yes, sir. Now are they crowned?
Oh, but these brothers are getting crowned. Now they're getting crowned for making that confession. Now they're getting crowned for standing out on that street corner and telling the world what God said, even though they hate it. Going on the internet, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and telling the world, YouTube, what the word of God is, though they hate it. Now you receive a crown on that day. Now you get to rule this continent. You get to rule these islands. You get to rule these lands for standing with him when no one else would. Continue.
Colonel sir. And receive palms.
A palm is the leaf from a palm tree. Right? I believe they just had Ash Wednesday recently. I always forget what in the hell Ash Wednesday is about. I know they burn something and rub it all over their goddamn foreheads, right? But let me just explain what this is actually talking about. You know what a palm tree is, of course, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, back in biblical times, because it was so hot in the Middle East, to show a leader or a ruler that you were his servant, you would fan him. You would fan him with palms. You can find these in old movies. I mean, you give me a movie from the 40s or something like that, you'll see them in, they'll make an old movie and you'll see some man sitting down and people coming up on him and fanning him with palms. When Christ came into Jerusalem on an ass's colt, he was so famous by then for performing miracles that they waved palms at him when he came in. And so these men that receive these crowns, they're getting palms in their hands, because after they get those crowns, they're going to wave those palms at the man that gave them those crowns. They're going to wave them right at him and confess before the world that he is the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. You understand?
Colonel the water, sir.
I appreciate you, Water. The water for your help. All right. Any other question?
Question in the room here at headquarters.
I see you, War. I got you, brother.
Cuddle Khan, sir. I hope you're doing well, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question in Luke 9:62, so if I may read it, sir.
Please.
Cuddle Khan, Luke 9:62. And Yahushua, Jesus, said unto him, no man, having put his hand to the plow and looking back, is fit for the kingdom of God.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted a breakdown on that. So is this people that leave the school?
Yes.
People
that leave the school. They put their hands on the plow. They went to do the work. They touched that plow. And then they let it go. They're not fit for the kingdom of. These people that lead these fake Israelite groups, they're not fit for the kingdom. They're not making the kingdom. I done told you that already. They can forget that. They're going to die here with their oppressor because they're just like him. The leaders of fake Israelite groups are just like Donald Trump. I'm going to prove it in a few minutes. They're the same. They left the school for one reason and one reason only. I know you fake Israelites out there watching. You thought your leader left the school over the breakdown of Isaiah 16, over the breakdown of John 3:16, over the breakdown of who the Gentiles are. Your fake Israelite leader doesn't give a damn about breakdowns or what the Bible says. He left the UPK because we would not allow him to be the kind of sinner he wanted to be. And he was determined to be in charge so he could sin to his heart's desire. Yeah, you touch that plow and let it go out. You're not fit for the kingdom. Why in the hell would we have a kingdom with you in it? To have more traitors and faggots, excuse my language, TikTok. To have more traitors and LGBT men in the kingdom of heaven. You're in the right place for you. IUIC, America is your kingdom. If you purple pigs out there watching the IUIC, you don't need the God's kingdom. America is your kingdom. You can take your purple choir boys and march them down all the streets of America. This is where you're going to lose your life here. You're not making the kingdom if you're in the IUIC. You understand, Hazahar?
Khan, sir. I have one more question, sir. In Ecclesiastes 34, verse 4, right? This is the chapter where it talks about the dreams, and dreams is people who chase after the dreams that chasing after a shadow, right?
I understand.
Khan. Verse 4 says, of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come?
I understand.
Sir, I was trying to understand, what does it mean by an unclean thing?
Right. Your dreams are unclean because they're not from God, not holy. They're thoughts. So in essence, someone that is obsessive about dreams, this is in essence what you are obsessed about. You are obsessed with your own thoughts. That's it. It would be like saying, imagine I'm sitting on the 2 train and I'm just sitting up there daydreaming. And when I got up, I said, oh my God, I daydreamed about this. I daydreamed about that. I daydreamed about all of this amazing. Have you ever heard anybody that was blown away by their daydream? How?
Yes, of course I have, sir.
Oh, you have? Jesus Christ, you around some real nuts. Let me tell you, I mean, no one usually ever is obsessed about their own petty thoughts. But when you have thoughts at night, when you sleep, you think it's God talking to you when he's not talking to you. If you're in the IUIC, God doesn't talk to you. You think God talks to Nate? God does not know who Nate is. God doesn't speak to him. But I'm sure every night he goes to sleep, he wakes up and says, God showed me that we should go to Ghana. God showed me that the Africans are really the Israelites. God showed me that I should send you a picture of a man's penis. Do you know Nate did that, Hazahar? Are you aware of that? He did that. I'm going to play it in class. You think God is showing you things when really you are obsessed with your own thoughts. That's all. You're just thinking at night. Who can make clean? Who can make clean what's unclean? It's a thought. It's from what you did yesterday, what you were thinking about, and that's that. Oh, no. Okay, I got the video about, this is the one. Somebody just sent me this good video that I wanted to play. The sister Nadia, I believe. She got all the videos too. That's the warrior's wife out there. Let me send this to you.
Time.
Okay, this is what you need for Umar Johnson. We're going to go into Umar Johnson. I'm going to show you what Umar Johnson has in common with the IUIC. I'll show you what every fake Israelite group has in common with Donald Trump. Just let me get through a few of these questions, all right? Okay. No problem, warrior. Go ahead.
That's it. That's it, sir.
No sweat. Thuwada. Perfect, Nadia. Sister Nadia Thuwada. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Brother asked Salaki, sir, if I may, my Lord, with your grace, can I get a general breakdown of Deuteronomy 29 and 17? Is this about putting selfishness before the Most High, sir?
Well, I'm humbled by your request, and I'm happy to help you to the best of my ability. He said, is this about putting selfishness behind you?
Is it about putting selfishness before the Most High?
Okay, go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 17. And ye have seen their abominations and their idols, wood and stone, silver and gold, which were among them.
Is that it?
Concert.
This is about idol worship. It's about putting an idol before the Lord your God. The Lord said, thou shalt have no gods before me, none. And to have any God is to put that God first, because our God said that we cannot have any gods. But I'm sure Allah will allow you to have another God or two. The Christians forget about it. You can have a God for every day of the week. You can have the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday God. You can have the moon, Tusis, which is some two-headed god that the Vikings had. Wednesday is for what's that Wednesday? Odin. Wednesday is Odin. Thursday is for Thor. Friday is for another Viking god, Freya. Saturday is to worship the Roman god Saturn. And Sunday is for you to worship the sun. So you can have all kinds of gods. You can have a god for every month. January for worshiping Janus, and February for worshiping the she-wolf that suckled Romulus and Remus. March for worshiping the god Mars. April for worshiping the god who's Roman god fertility goddess. Juno is for worshiping in June for the god of peace. This Roman deity Juno. April is another god, a fertility Roman god. Am I missing out? December is for 10. That's where the term December comes from the number 10, like decimal. The other gods don't mind sharing worship. The Most High God is a jealous God, and he will not share you with another God. You understand? So this is about idol worship. Give me some idols that are very prevalent in people's lives right now. The Christian cross, the Mary statues, the statues of Jesus, the giant Christ the Redeemer that's in Brazil. It stands about 100 feet tall. The cross that the Ku Klux Klan used to burn in your front yard. That was their idol. They loved that cross. They set it on fire so that the light of Jesus could chase your black ass out of Mississippi. There's so many idols. The cross that Christians believe has power. The Muslim idol of Allah, the cobblestone in Mecca, that every Muslim has to go to Mecca at least once in his life to kiss a black rock in Saudi Arabia that's covered with Arab saliva for 600 years. Damn. Those are idols, Ak. And I'm sure you have many more idols. The Buddhists, they got those idols in every Chinese restaurant. The fat man, the skinny one with all the little naps on his head, with the pearls around his neck, the cat, that old cat that they make your children worship. That cat over there in China, that's a god. That's a god, that Korean and that Chinese cat. That's another one of those gods. You got the 4-leaf clover right now. I'm sorry, the 3-leaf clover. That's the season we're in right now. That's an idol. That's an idol. Yeah, you send your children to school. They're kindergartners. They come back because they drew a shamrock today. That shamrock is the representation of the God, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. The 3-leaf clover. It was like a religious symbol during the time of the Druids, because when the clover would cover the field, they knew it was springtime, and so they began to worship the clover because they wanted to worship spring. When the Catholics took over Ireland and Scotland, they kept their god, the clover god, and they just said a 3-leaf clover now represents the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So now everyone worships the clover. That's another idol. The Christmas tree is an idol. It's an idol that represents Babylon far before Jesus Christ was ever born. You get the point. All right. Anything else?
Wow, sir. That's it for that.
Yes. Anything? Any
Counsel.
other questions?
You know, if I could, real quick, Officer Shagapon wanted me to promote the Madden tournament with cash prizes. If I can pull this,
please go ahead.
There's going to be an ISUPK Presents Madden tournament coming up. Starts March 15th, $50 admission. The deadline to enter is the 14th. You can email onewestshargapon@gmail.com to get in.
All right, everybody heard that. Y'all better get on top of it. You want to get in there and play that? What's that? Madden, the football game, right?
Con.
You gonna play the football game, $50. You playing the video game anyway. You stopped having sex with your wife 2 years ago to play video games, so you might as well get in there and win some money. Everybody understands? Okay, let's go ahead.
Con, sir, a brother in the comments had a question. Salakia Adawan, with your grace, if you see fit, may I get a general breakdown on Ezekiel 34 and 18, Baba Shah?
I'd be happy to, brother. I'm humbled by the request. Thank you, brother. Okay, let's go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 18. Seemeth a small thing unto you to have eaten up the good pasture, but ye must tread down with your feet the residue of your pastures.
This is a good one. Let me where are we at right now?
Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 18.
Ezekiel, stand by. 34,
verse 18.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, let me go up above it a taste, all right? Yeah, boy, oh boy. Okay, read 17.
Con. Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 17. And as for you, O my flock, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I judge between cattle and cattle, between the rams and the he-goats.
Let me explain this to you. This is the Most High God. I'm going to sum it up for you. The Most High God is explaining to Israel right here that he judges everyone on the planet. He judges between the other nations and the Israelites. He also judges between the Israelites who are cruel to other Israelites. So he's going to judge our oppressor for what he did to us, and he will also judge the rich of Israel who have oppressed their own people. That's the point of this entire thing, all right? So now I'm going to break it down. Go ahead.
Verse 18. Seemeth it a small thing unto you to have eaten up the good pasture, but ye must tread down with your feet the residue of your pastures.
This is speaking about the other nations. He's telling Israel, I'm going to judge between you and these heathens. I'll handle this. Is it a small thing to you? Remember, he said he'll judge between the sheep and the goats. The goats is the one that keys you in on to what he's talking about, because Esau connected unto a goat, a rough goat. Is it a small thing to you that you've eaten all of the good grass, all of it? Do you have to also step on the little bit of grass that's left for us to eat? Let me tell you, man, once again, if you want to understand white people, understand this trait. White people have Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude is a German word that means pleasure in another person's pain, pleasure in another person's misfortunes. White people have that like a disease. It's a disease. White people, they have everything. They have everything. And they're angry at you because you have a crumb. Donald Trump complained and said that these planes are falling out the sky because of DEI, meaning blacks and Hispanics are the ones that are making these planes fall. Then later on, what do you find out? There are only 2.5% of every airplane pilot is black or Hispanic. That's it. 2.5%. Do you know what that means, brother? 2.5% is too much for white people. They don't want any black people to fly a plane. They don't want any Hispanics to fly a plane. Any. They look at it and they go, well, damn, if I was on a plane and if I saw a black pilot, I would be nervous because I would think that they lowered standards to let him fly. Devil, you'll never see a black pilot because your racism has stopped virtually any of them from becoming pilots. There's only 2% of the pilots that are black. Hispanic pilots, half a percent. Meaning white people don't want us to fly planes at all. Just like in the past, they didn't want us to swim at all. You wonder why black people can't swim. We can't swim because when we would try to go to the pool, some white man would pour bleach in the pool while we were in it. We were barred from going to swimming pools. They don't want us to. Already they have the best neighborhoods, the best food, the best places to shop. They don't want us to have summer recreation. Nothing. They don't want us to fly a plane, even if it's only 1 out of 100 people that are black and Hispanic that fly planes. And of course, who's crashing all of the planes? Your perfect white pilots are crashing planes. The planes are dropping like lightning from the sky. Like lightning from the sky. Keep going.
Khan, and to have drunk of the deep waters.
You drank the deep water. You drank down the deep waters. You've drunk them. Keep going.
But ye must foul the residue with your feet.
You drink the deepest water. You drink it all up. Now, there's only a little bit of water left because you drank all the deep water. So there's a little bit left. What do? You walk in it with your dirty, stinking devil feet, your hoofs. You walk in that water and pollute the water. So now, when it's our turn to drink, we drink the residue. We can't even drink it. Our water is poisoned. Ask Flint, Michigan. Ask Detroit. Ask Chicago. You get everything. You can't leave us a crumb. You can't just give us a little bit to survive on. Let me tell you how cruel white people are. White people voted in a president because he was going to fire people. Right now, Elon Musk is trying to fire everyone he can in the federal government. He's cutting every job. Right now, Donald Trump has fired more veterans than any president in history. Every day on the news, they say we're slashing jobs. We're cutting jobs. Let me tell you, whenever I hear this, you know what I think, Ephraim? I thought a president was supposed to create jobs.
Right.
I thought people ran for president to get people jobs. I thought people say, well, I'll become president and I'm going to create industries. I'm going to create wealth. I'm going to create jobs. Do you know how cruel white people are? A man became president because he promised to get rid of jobs. He promised to get rid of jobs and he won because white people would rather that you get fired than that they get hired. I can prove that. I wish a devil would challenge the word of God on that. I got too much proof that white people would rather that blacks and Hispanics lose their job. That's more important to them than that they get a job. They'll stay unemployed as long as you get fired. As long as you don't have a job. That's Schadenfreude. You poison the little bit of water that's left for us. You've already drank most of the water. Can we have a little bit? No. You poison the residue that we're supposed to survive on. Continue.
Verse 19. And as for my flock, they eat that which ye have trodden with your feet.
I know you understand that. As for my flock, they eat what you have trodden over with your feet. We eat the leftovers. You eat what's high on the hog, and we eat the chitlins and the feet, the slop that goes in that would be fed to the pigs. That's fed to us. That's everything we have in life. Whatever left over, that's what we get. And white people are so cruel that they don't even want you to have that. They don't want you to have anything. They don't want to see one black doctor. None. They don't want to see one black person who has a business. They don't want one Mexican walking down the street unmolested. They don't want you to have anything, even though already they have everything. Continue.
Khan. And they drink that which ye have fouled with your feet.
We drink what you have fouled with your feet, with your stinking hoof, you animal. That's what we drink. That's our water. That's what's left. And we have to drink it. We have to survive on it. The white man right now, Donald Trump promised when he was running for election to get rid of the Board of Education, to get rid of it. Now, the Board of Education has nothing, does nothing, and it is still doing too much for Donald Trump. Because before the Board of Education, there was a plurality of blacks and Hispanics that could not read. We couldn't read at all. Black people fought to get the Board of Education just to find a way for us to get off of the farm with education. Back at the time when a lot of your great-grandmothers, they couldn't read. Someone my age, your great-grandmother could not read. Your grandmothers dropped out of high school or dropped out of school about the 6th grade. Ask you if you're middle age, you ask them, and they didn't go to school. They dropped out of school in the 6th grade. They had to work. So all these things got invented. Truancy officers, the Board of Education, public high schools, all these things just to try to find a way to get more black people to know how to read so black people could have a better life. And we barely have anything right now. And Donald Trump won the White House because he told white people these black people still have too much. These Hispanics still have too much. We drink what you have stepped on with your feet. Continue.
Verse 20. Therefore, thus say the Lord God unto them, behold, I, even I, will judge between the fat cattle and between the lean cattle.
Oh, yeah, he's going to judge. He's going to judge between the fat cattle and the lean cattle. You see, the fat cattle is fat because he gets all the grass. He gets all the water. And if not for God, the fat cattle would just eat everything, and the lean cattle would starve to death. But God will judge between the fat and the lean. God will judge between the what, warriors? Between the rich and the poor. That's the fat and the lean. God will judge. If you think simply because you're wealthy and you have money, if you think that that means you'll rule the world forever, then you are unaware and ignorant that there is a judge who judges the rich and the poor. He judges between the rich and the poor. Your might and your power will no longer be enough for you to sustain yourself, because God is going to judge between the rich and the poor, brother. God is going to send a judge to make sure that finally, after so long a time, that lean cow can finally get to eat. That lean cow can finally get justice. You understand? Was that it?
Come on, sir.
Water. Next, please. Preguntas. Próximo.
Kind out of one kind. And General Q commented and reminded the Passover fee gets you into every event from the 9th to the 12th in Atlanta. That one $200 Passover fee. Go to isupk.com.
$200 get you into everything. Did you hear, General Q? Everything. Lord knows it should be about $500. I'm telling you straight up and down. It should be $500 easy, but because Commanding General Yohana is kind, it's $200. It gets you into everything. If you don't have the money, you're a liar. You have the goddamn money. Let me make it simple for you. All right. Pay for the Passover with your weed money. That's all. Give Commanding General Yohana your weed money. Give him your cocaine money. Give him the money that you spent on lobster and crab. Give him your Christmas money. You have it. You just use it on weed and marijuana and cocaine and pills. You give the UPK your Christmas money. God damn, this school will be floating on will have their own flying saucers. You go to camp on a damn flying saucer if you would just simply give the UPK your weed money. Anything else?
Come on, sir. Charlotte has a question.
Charlotte, I'm here for you, brothers.
Ask if you could, sir, give a general breakdown of Leviticus 18 and 22 for one of the brothers tuning into the class.
No problem. What's the brother's name? If you have it, you can let me know. I'll help the brother out. Go ahead, Leviticus 8. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Leviticus 18 and 22.
Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Let me tell you, the Sicaris need this one right here. The Sicaris, but they're not alone. That's what you got to understand about the Sicaris. Are the Sicaris gay? Yes, they're gay, clearly. But they're not the only ones. The IUIC is gay too. They're gay. They're all gay. You didn't believe us when we said it. Well, when you see the same thing happen to the IUIC, just remember what we told you when you found out about the Sicaris. Yeah, you can't lie with a man as you lie with a woman. You can't do that. You can't have sex with a man. Young brothers, Sicaris, IUIC, fake Israelites, Christians, Muslims. You cannot do that. That's a sin against God. Go ahead.
Khan. It is abomination.
It's an abomination. An abomination is an evil act that God forbids. That's what that means. Go ahead.
Verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile themselves therewith.
Oh, Lord, fake Israelites, are you having sex with the chickens and ducks and dogs too? I don't doubt it. You shocked me this week. I was stunned, flabbergasted. Jesus Christ, that Sakari cat, he looks at least twice as manly as Bishop Nate. If Sakari is taking it in the backside, I can only imagine what is going into Nate. There's somebody putting a whole them rolling pins they used to bake biscuits with. You know what I'm talking about, Ephraim? Give me a picture of a bowling pin. That's in the pegging kit. Let me tell you, before I looked up pegging kit, I had my wife look it up because I did not want that in my phone. I had my wife look it up. And I you know what I thought? I thought a pegging kit was like, you know, one little wooden piece, different sizes and shapes. Like a kit, like a whole kit where you can choose from it. Like, let me see, what do I want to get raped with tonight? I'll take the light bulb. Baby, go in there and get the doorknob tonight. I think I'm ready for a doorknob love. I need some doorknob love tonight, baby. Oh, baby, I had a rough week. You better get the baseball bat out there, baby. I had a rough week. I thought a pegging kit was like different wooden shapes, to suit the homosexual's pleasures. That is not what a pegging kit is. That's not what it is. Right? I thought the pegging. Hey, baby, listen. Go get the bowling pin, sweetheart. Go ahead. I had a rough week. I think I'm ready for the. And the woman be like, "Well, Sakari, are you sure you're ready for the bowling pin?" Baby, I think I'm ready, baby. I think I've been practicing. I did well with the light bulb and the doorknob. The doorknob was a little rough in the beginning, but now I'm getting comfortable with the doorknob. I leave it in all day at work just to make sure that I get accustomed to it. Baby, I took that rolling pin. Now I'm ready for the number 8 pin. Now I'm ready for the bowling pin. I thought that's what a pegging kit was because of the word peg. I thought the peg meant like a wooden peg. Jesus, I was wrong. I was wrong, Ephraim.
I'm sorry you had to learn that, sir.
Listen, it was a rough one. Yeah, don't have sex with the dogs and cats either, Sakaris and IUIC. Leave the zoos alone. Leave that poor dog alone. God damn it, the dog can't get any peace. Keep going.
Khan. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down there too.
Yeah, I don't know what those purple bitches is doing and them Sakari bitches, but don't be in there having sex, letting those dogs hump, put their penis inside your woman either. All the nasty shit you into. You got to stop. You got to leave those dogs alone and them cats alone and stop. Keep going.
Khan. It is confusion.
Say that. Tell me about it. That's the word of God. That is confusing. That is absolutely confusing. The Sakari said he watched the pornos and got fixated on the porno and escalated Ephraim. And what? And I'm all I can think of is, what porno are you watching?
I don't know that.
That is one. Listen, I know I ain't been freaky as y'all in the world, but I don't know what porno you watching. What porno is it you watching? You go, I like to get some of that dick. I ain't never seen that one. Meaning, when you watch a porno back in the world, don't you imagine that you're the man having sex with the woman? Tell me something. Am I too old? I be thinking I'm old at days like this. Because you watch a porno, right? And it's fantasy. You're having fantasies in your mind. I did not even know that you could watch a porno and fantasize that you were the woman. I had never even heard of that. I'm thinking you watch a porno, you thinking about getting some tail. You want this woman. Like, you're watching a porno, which makes you want to have sex with a woman. It makes you all horny and want to have sex with a woman. You telling me these fake Israelites are watching pornos and getting turned on by the man, and they want to be the... Listen, I gotta go. I'm good. I'm going back. I'm going to the gym and getting the hell out of here. I have got to leave this class. Let's hurry up. Go ahead.
Verse 24. Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things.
Sakari, you're watching the pornos wrong. You're watching them backwards, I think. You're watching the porno in the wrong way. Okay, that is not the point. Don't be defiled with any of this. God damn. You know, some cat inboxed me. Matter of fact, this is what I wanted to remember. If there's someone out there that believes that the Israelite school of UPK is wrong for how we're shaming and chastising the Sakaris and the IUICs, then please tell me and challenge me today to a battle. I'm only doing it to help you. I just want to help you. I don't want to be mean to you. I want to help you. Okay. And somebody inboxed me, Ephraim, and they said, well, instead of talking about him, they saw Commanding General Yohana's show. And they texted me, on the messenger, and they said, instead of talking about him and gossiping about him, you should be giving him grace. You should be giving him mercy. I texted back, whatever you give him, he's going to put in his ass. If you give Sakari grace, he's going to put grace in his ass. If you give him mercy, he's going to shove mercy in his ass. You can't give him anything. You can't give him a cup. I say, Sakari, where my cup go? I don't know. Sakari, where's my cup at up? Where's my cup, Sakari? General, I ain't seen no cup around, nigga. Listen, you can keep that cup. You can keep it. It's yours now. I'm leaving. I love to leave a place, Ephraim. That's one of my favorite things to leave. And my cup go miss around Sakari. All right, Sakari, I'm gone, y'all. You got it. You can have the cup, brother. I'm out. Jesus. Yeah, y'all better calm the hell down, man. Stop the shit. Stop doing what you're doing. Anything else?
Sir. For in all these, the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you.
Come on, all this hating the white man, all this we against the white man. No, you're not. You're not against the white man. You're not against him. You're doing the exact same depravity and perversion that people do. But yet you go out on the street corner. I remember one time in Philadelphia, a brother called me. He said he saw the Sakaris holding M16s on some street corner. I don't even know at the time what in the hell the Sakaris are. I thought it was the stupidest name in the world because I know a Sakari was a group who was a enemy and a rival to Jesus Christ and the disciples. And I said, why would somebody name themselves Sakari? But I couldn't understand why anybody would choose the color purple either, when Christ said that the rich man who would not make the kingdom wore purple. So I don't know what in the hell you fake Israelites are doing. I never have understood it. I didn't know what a Sakari was. Tazaryak would tell me different times which one they are. He knows who they are, Tazaryak. So I would go to him about fake Israelite, what they were doing, and ask him, who is this group that has M16s or AR-15s on the street corner? They would stand out at camp with AR-15s, like they were just so big and bad and strong. Oh, they were so militant. Meanwhile, while they had an AR-15 in their hand, it was something else in his ass. But he's so big and bad, and they're so strong. You know what? Stay here in America where you belong. You belong here. You do not belong in the kingdom. Keep anything else?
Nah, sir.
That's all on that, sir.
All right. Any other questions? We done?
Consider some more questions in the chat.
All right. Let me know we should get down with the topics. All right. Go ahead.
Brother had a quick question. He asked if in the ancient times, Jerusalem had walls. How do we protect the smaller villages and hamlets that didn't have walls?
Smaller villages and hamlets, they might be protected by many different things. Some of them had no protection. A lot of small villages and hamlets had no protection at all. They had nothing, and they would be destroyed, and then that's how they would learn to build a goddamn wall. That's what would usually happen. They would be small, and they would be vulnerable, and then that would be fine until they realize that this world doesn't suffer someone who doesn't want protection. So then they would learn to build a wall, which was a fairly simple thing to do. If they didn't have walls, then the men of the city would have to defend that place. But what most cities learned, if they were small cities and they would get attacked, they would learn to band together with other cities. And they would join a bigger city, or 5 or 6 or 3 small villages would come together for protection. They realized after a while that it was too unsafe to be alone and small, and they would come together with other smaller villages for protection, and then they'd get a wall up like they should have did already. Anything else?
So that's all on that. Brother in the comments had a question. Salakia Adawan, if I may, can I get a general breakdown on Matthew 5 and 22, sir? Baba Shah.
No problem, Warrior. You got it.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 22. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Yeah, brother, this is a brotherhood breakdown in the UPK. We've done it forever. You should learn it. Whoever is angry with your brother without a cause, meaning every emotion has its place and its purpose. There's a place and a time for every emotion. For love, for hate, for anger, for happiness, for jealousy. There's a time for all of them, right? A sane and well-seasoned person knows to put their emotions in order. They know how to make sure that their emotions come out and are expressed in an appropriate manner, okay? The Bible says that whosoever is angry with his brother without cause, meaning it is appropriate to be angry with a brother if you have cause. If you have cause. If you've been looking for your wallet and you can't find your wallet, come to find out it's in Sakari's ass, your wallet, then you have a right to be angry with the Sakaris because you've been looking for your wallet for an hour. And he could have just said it where it was. So if you have a reason to be angry, then that's the appropriate place to be angry. All right. But if the brother has done nothing to you and he hasn't committed any transgressions against you at all, and you're still angry at him, then your anger is inappropriate and unlawful. You cannot be angry with a brother without having just cause, meaning reason for the anger. And so many of you, you're angry with your brother out of something that's in your mind, some supposition in your head, some thought or some dream you had. Some thought in your mind is making you hate your brother when you have no evidence at all, nothing tangible to say that he did anything wrong, but you just don't like him because you think that he thinks that you think something. And that is a sin. Everyone understands.
Count out of one.
All right, next.
There's more in the verse, sir.
Please.
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raka, shall be in danger of the council.
Rakar means evil. So then you tell your brother Rakar, you say, you're evil. You're evil. The problem is, evil for what? What has he done to be called evil? Has he done something? Well, I believe, I just feel like that's nothing. Your thoughts are not just cause to call a brother evil. You know, your assumptions, what you think about him is not cause to call him evil. You have no cause to do that. So you're going to counsel for saying something evil about that brother. You're going to counsel because you have done something. I know that you called that brother evil. I know that. And I know that you had no reason to do it. So then you're going to the council. You got to have a reason to even feel a thing, to even express anger about another brother. You have to have a just cause. Now, if you're stupid, you'll think that you can come up with that just cause, but you can because you're an idiot and stupid. So what you should do is go to council and let your betters tell you whether or not you have the right to be angry. Everybody understands.
Come on, sir.
Come on.
All right, next.
Come on. Sister in the comments says, Shalom, General Mahayaman, Ottawa. May I get a general breakdown of the Nabal and Abigail story in 1 Samuel 25? The water for your wisdom, Lord.
Absolutely, sister. I'd be honored to help you in any small way that I can. All right, let's go. I'll give you someone get it for her, and I'll catch you up with what the story is about. Abigail was a sister that was married to this man named Nabal. All right. History calls him Nabal because the translation is close to Baal, meaning history wants to remember him as being an evil man, as saying that he is close to the god Nabal, which means he worships Baal. So he's always going to be known as Nabal because this was an evil man who was a sinner and worshiped the false god Baal. Now she was married to Nabal. David at this time in his life, he was on the run from King Saul. King Saul was hating him without cause. King Saul believed that David was trying to take his throne. David did nothing that could make King Saul think something like that. King Saul was wrong. David was not trying to take the throne of Israel, even though he was anointed by a prophet of God, king. He still did not do it. He still loved King Saul. And when King Saul was killed, he ripped his clothes off and put ashes on his head and then killed the men that told him that they killed King Saul. He loved King Saul. King Saul was wrong for trying to kill David and for chasing David. So, but David is on the run. He's on the run and he's hungry. He's starving. The priest gave him showbread to eat because he was starving. Those priests that gave him bread, Saul killed those priests by the hand of his servant Esau. This Edomite. I forget his name. He was an Edomite though, and he killed 9 priests simply because they fed David bread. David was hungry. Bit by bit, men began to join him. What type of men joined David? Outlaws. That's who joined David. Because at that time, David was an enemy of the state. He was on the run. He had a warrant. Saul was trying to kill him. So different men who were outlaws, they joined him. They were on the run. They had warrants. And they began to join him, different men. Those first 32 men were called his mighty men. And they followed King. They left their life of crime behind them and they followed David. And they stood, and as they were with David, David had them on the border between Judah and Edom and Judah and the Philistines. And David would simply patrol that border and kill any Philistine that tried to attack Israel or encroach upon Israelite land from Edom or from Philistia. That's what he did. Well, as he was doing this, there was a sheep herder, a man who had sheep. And this man was in danger because the Philistines were going to kill him and take all of his sheep. David and his 600 men at that time, they protected this man. They made sure he was safe day and night while his sheep were eating and getting big, getting fat. They protected this sheep herder to make sure that the Philistines did not steal his sheep and kill him. This sheep herder worked for Nabal. He worked for Nabal. He was Nabal's sheep herder. So the sheep herder left, went back to Nabal with healthy, fat sheep and told Nabal, listen, man, David watched over us day and night, protected us. And that's how we survived. And that's how our sheep got back. Well, when David was hungry, David said, listen, I'm going to Nabal and I'm going to ask for food. Since I took care of his sheep herders, I protected them while they were on the border between Judah and the Philistines. Now that I'm hungry, I'm going to go to Nabal because he owes me. He owes me. So that's what you need. Now I'm going to start you right there. So David went down. I'll give you a little more. So David sent a man down to Nabal to say, my Lord David, he watched your sheep herders for the winter. He protected them. Now we pray you that you would give us food and victuals, which is food, because to return the favor that we did for you. Nabal cursed that man out, cursed him out. He said, who in the hell are you to ask me for food? You are Saul's servant and you need to get right with him. I'm not giving you a damn thing. David's servant said, all right, and left. But Nabal's wife, Abigail, was listening. And Abigail knew one thing about her husband. She knew her husband was a goddamn fool. Some of you women, you married an idiot. You did it. We're going to go into the Anthony Edwards story in a minute if we have time. Anthony Edwards didn't realize that when you have sex with a woman, that's where babies come from, young brother. He didn't realize that. Well, a lot of you dummy women out there, you don't know that when you go have sex with a man, that's where babies come from, sweetie. So you might end up with a baby's father that's an idiot. He'll curse out David, who saved the life of his shepherds. Well, when she heard it, she knew it was stupid. And she knew the kind of man that David was. He had gotten a reputation by then. He was an outlaw. He was a gangster. And she was scared to death on what was going to happen to her husband. She was right. Because by the time that servant got back to David and told him what Nabal said, now I want to start you right there. Start me right there to what David said when his servant came back and told him that Nabal cursed him out and wasn't going to give him anything. Start me right there if you could, Ephraim.
1 Samuel chapter 25, verse 10. And Nabal answered David's servants and said, who is David and who is the son of Jesse? There be many servants nowadays that break away every man from his master.
He cursed out David. Who is David? Who is the son of Jesse? That's David's father. There'll be many people that are broken away from their masters, which is King Saul. So he cursed him out, and then skip down at one verse. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Should I then take my bread and my water and my flesh that I have killed for my sharers and give it unto men?
He said, I'm not giving my food to men. I'm not giving you my food. Skip down more to when Abigail heard it. So he's just telling him he's not giving him a damn thing. That's the point. All right, go ahead.
Verse 14. But one of the young men told Abigail, Nabal's wife, saying, behold, David sent messengers out of the wilderness to salute our master, and he railed on them.
He did what?
He railed on them.
Yeah, this young brother, by now, David was a gangster rocker. He had a reputation. So the young man heard what his master Nabal said to David's men. He went straight to Nabal's wife because Nabal's wife was famous for having something that a lot of you dummies out there don't have. She had common sense. She was a smart broad, smart, and that is a treasure. So he went straight to her. He said, listen, Nabal just cussed out David's man. We in trouble. We are in trouble. Keep going.
Khan, verse 15. But the men were very good unto us, and we were not hurt.
You see that? He's saying, man, Nabal cussed him out, but David was good to us, and we were safe. We were not hurt. Skip down one more verse.
Khan, verse 16. They were a war unto us.
Skip down. That's just him explaining how good David was to them and how good David protected them. Skip down 2 verses.
Khan, verse 18. Then Abigail made haste and took 200 loaves and 2 bottles of wine and 5 sheep ready dressed.
Abigail, when she heard what her husband did, she went and got all this food, got it all together. She hurried and did it. Keep going.
Khan, and 5 measures of parched corn and 100 clusters of raisins.
Skip down 1 verse.
Khan, verse 19. And she said unto her servants, go on before me. Behold, I come after you. But she told not her husband Nabal.
Read that again.
Khan. And
no, just the last part. She told not her husband Nabal. She didn't tell him. Why didn't she tell Nabal? Because she had sex with an idiot. She didn't tell him. She kept it from him, and she was right. She was right, because her husband would have stopped her from giving David that food. And this woman was set to save her husband's dumb life. Some of you women out there, you married an alcoholic. You know you did it. You didn't care about that at the time because you were so lonely and you needed penis inside you so desperately. You didn't care that he was an alcoholic. He's an alcoholic. Or you didn't care because your father was one. You didn't care. You didn't care that he's a dummy, that he's abusive and he's mean. Some of you women, you married just a nigga that's mean. He's just mean. And you don't care that he's mean. Why? Because you were so lonely and your father was the same way. But then once you come into the truth and you realize you can't leave him, oh, then you got a mean drunk as a husband. And he's always doing something that's going to get you hurt. He's always trying to drive drunk. He's always taking the money that's meant for the rent and the utilities and spending it on liquor and being stupid. You better not tell him you got paid. You better not. You better keep it from him. Because if you make sure to never tell him when you have money, you'll keep lights on over in his stupid head so he can, read a liquor bottle at night and play a video game. You'll keep the heat on. Keep a roof over that drunk's head because you never tell him when you have money. This is the word of God. I'd like to be challenged on it anytime you're ready. Keep going.
Khan, verse 20. And it was so, as he rode on the ass, that she came down by the covert of the hill. And behold, David and his men came down against her.
David and his men. Let me skip up to it. Let me just tell you what David did. When David's servant told him what Nabal said, David told his men, if you can find this fast, you can read it. If not, I'll break it down for you. David told all of his men, put your sword on your hip. Every one of you, get your sword, put it on your hip. Because we're going down to Nabal's compound. And when we leave, we're not going to leave one person that pisses against the wall. There won't be one person left that pisses against the wall. That's Israelite slang for I'm going to kill every man that's there. So David put on his sword, got his brothers, and they were riding down to Nabal's castle, riding to it, to kill every man there and to take the food that they want. They're going to take it now that you don't have the grace to give it up to men who protected you, then they're coming to kill Nabal, kill all of his men, and take the food. That's what they were doing. So as they were coming there, who they meet? They met Abigail on the way. Abigail was in the middle between her husband and David, and she met David before he could get to her husband. Keep going.
Khan, verse 21. Now David had said, surely in vain have I kept all that this fellow have in the wilderness, so that nothing was missed of all that pertained unto him.
David was so offended by this. David said, I've done this in vain, meaning I protected this man for nothing. For nothing. I protected his sheep, his herdsmen. I've done that for nothing all that time, and he won't give me any food. No sweat. I'll see you in a minute. I'll be down there in a second. Keep going.
Khan. And he had requited me evil for good.
Meaning I did a good thing for him, but he has requited me evil for the good that I did for him. Here I come, Nabal. No problem. Here I come. Keep going.
Khan, verse 22. So and more also do God unto the enemies of David. If I leave of all that pertain to him by the morning light, any that pisseth against the wall.
Meaning, let the Lord be with my enemies if there is one man left. If by the time the morning gets here, if there's one person that could stand up and piss, then Lord, stand with my enemies there. Because I guarantee when the sun comes up, there won't be anybody that could piss standing. Anyone. That was David. That's how he was. That's how he was. And God said he was a man after his own heart. Keep going.
Khan, verse 23. And when Abigail saw David, she hasted and lighted off the ass and fell before David on her face.
She fell down and on her face in front of David. Keep going.
And bowed herself to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 24. And fell at his feet and said, upon me, my Lord, upon me, let this iniquity be.
You know what she's doing right now for you women out there listening, and for you drunk brothers out there? A lot of you brothers out there, you might have been molested, or your father was a drunk, and you're watching the class tonight. A lot of you have found a woman who loves you, and she will never obey you because she loves you. She can't obey you, because obeying you would mean that she would have to let you destroy yourself. This woman fell down on her face in front of David and said, Lord, let the evil be on me. Don't kill my husband. He's a fool. Blame me for it, Lord. Blame me for it. What a woman of class, sagacity, and sophistication. What a woman. What a woman this is. She loves this man, and she does not obey him because he's a fool. And obeying him would mean they would be dead if she obeyed him. Read that part again that she just said.
Khan. And fell at his feet and said, upon me, my Lord, upon me, let this iniquity be.
Keep going.
And let thine handmaid, I pray thee, speak in thy audience and hear the words of thy handmaid.
She said, my Lord, just hate me for what Nabal did. Let his crime be on me. Just allow me to speak to you, my Lord. Continue.
Verse 25. Let not, my Lord, I pray thee, regard this man of Baal.
Baal, yeah. Don't, my Lord, do not regard this man of Baal. Who's the man of Baal she's talking about? Her husband. She's saying don't regard him, meaning don't think about him. Don't think about my husband. He's a man of Baal. He's wicked. He's a drunk. He smokes weed all day, drinks all day, plays video games all day, drinking. drinking all day. Can you imagine if you were Sakari's wife? Let me tell you, Sakari's wife, to please her husband, had to put objects in his ass to please him. That's what he wanted. So to obey the Sakaris, you got to go find all kinds of tools to put in his ass. A good wife would never obey a husband that was in a fake Israelite group. Never. Not if you love your husband. Because if you love him, you'll have to disobey him, or else his ass will be like a knapsack full of goddamn kitchen tools. Keep going.
Khan. Even Nabal, for as his name is, so is he.
You hear that? As his name is, so is he. My husband worships Baal. My husband is in the purple pigs. You know how many sisters called me from the purple pigs out? They done got married to some purple pig and they want to leave him. You know what I tell him? That's your husband. You got to stay with him. You don't have to be in that fake Israelite group of his. And you should never commit sins. You should pay your tithes to the ISUPK, and you should stay with your husband who's in the IUIC. You know I'm not joking. Everybody knows that, right? I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Some women, you marry an idiot. You marry a drunk, a drug addict, a fake Israelite who wants you to put things in his butt. And you're married to him. So now you have to lead him at the same time as you are serving him. You have to lead him. You have to protect your husband from himself. Because sex is forever. Continue.
Khan. Nabal is his name, and folly is with him.
And folly is with him. My husband is stupid, my Lord. His name is Nabal, and folly is with him. He's a dummy. That's why he said what he said to your servants. That's why he didn't give you food, because he's dumb. Keep going.
Khan. But I, thine handmaid, saw not the young men of my Lord, who thou didst send. Verse 26. Now therefore, my Lord, as the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth, seeing the Lord have withholden thee from coming to shed blood.
Meaning, my Lord, if I would have been there, I would have made sure your men had the food. I wasn't there. But as my Lord liveth, God has just stopped you from shedding blood in revenge. God has stopped you because God put me here to stop you. That's what she told King David. She told him that. Because if she was not there, David would have went into her husband's house and killed him and every man there. Every man there would have had to have died because of the insult that Nabal did. So she's saying, God stopped you from doing it. You have to see that. That's why I'm here, to stop you from shedding blood. Continue.
Khan. And from avenging thyself with thine own hand.
That is a sin. What David was about to do was a sin. David was about to take vengeance out with his own hands, and you cannot do that in Israel. You cannot harm someone in Israel unlawfully. David was about to kill these people because they did not give him food that he deserved. That would have been a great sin on David's hands. And she's saying, my Lord, I stopped you from committing that sin. God put me here to stop you from committing that sin. Continue.
Khan. Now let thine enemies and they that seek evil to my Lord be as Nabal.
Now let your enemies and them that speak evil to you be just like Nabal. Nabal is just another cat who's against you. He's not with you. He's stupid. And you are still righteous because you have not taken revenge at your own hands. Continue.
Khan. Verse 27. And now this blessing which thine handmaid have brought unto my Lord, let it even be given unto the young man that followed my Lord.
So now I'm gonna give you all this food I brought for you. All of this food, I'm giving it to you. Now skip down to David's response.
Verse 32. And David said to Abigail, blessed be the Lord God of Israel, which sent thee this day to meet me. Verse 33. And blessed be thy advice, and blessed be thou.
Blessed be thy what?
And blessed be thou.
No, before that, thy blessed be thou what?
Thy advice.
Thou what? Say it again.
Thy advice.
Listen, David took this woman's advice out because she was a smart broad out. She had a head on her shoulders, man. A lot of you don't consider that to be anything. What do you want a woman for? Her butt? Her breasts? Because she's on Instagram naked? Well, that's your baby's mother. That's your future enemy. That's why you're going to jail for her. That's why you're going to get shot for her. When you find a woman out, most of you are just finding your latest enemy. The woman you're going to get killed over or go to jail over. That's it. This woman, David took her advice because she was smart. She was wise. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for the advice you gave me, because I'm a gangster and I was going to kill your husband and kill all of his friends. And you stopped me. And you're right. That would have been wrong. I got too angry that time. And you stopped me, and I thank you for your advice. See, this broad had a head on her shoulders. Now, what's wrong with you women out there? What do you care about? Getting a fake butt? Huh? What do you think is important? Instagram likes and thumbs ups? You're stupid as dumb as a damn stick. You're dumb as a peg that's in the Sakari's ass. You're stupid, and you don't care about being smart at all. And your drunk husband, who could live if his wife would have a little sense to protect him from himself, your drunk husband is going to die too, because you don't have enough sense to disobey him and save his life. Continue.
And blessed be thou, which has kept me this day.
I gotta skip down for time's sake. Do I gotta pass on this? Do you want me to sum this up, Ephraim, or finish like
Bible
2 more verses?
Bible shot, sir.
What should I do?
If you could sum it up.
Let me tell you what happened here. David took the food from her. She went back and she told her husband, I just stopped David from coming here and killing you. I gave him the food. Nabal was flabbergasted. He was so angry, he dropped down and had a stroke. He had a stroke right there on the spot. A few days later, he died. When David heard Nabal died, he sent for Abigail and he married Abigail, had sex with her, and took her as his wife. A lot of you dumb brothers out there, you don't know. Your wife is bound to you for the rest of your life. I pray you understand. Your wife has to be with you. I tell these fake Israelites, when your wife calls me, they say, well, my husband is doing this, he's doing that. Well, listen, sister, if your husband leaves you, then you're free. But there's another way you'll be free. And the Most High can do that at his will. That's not up to me. But the Most High will kill your husband, give him a stroke, a heart attack, give him all of this goddamn colon cancer, and all of the many ways that black men die every day before they hit 50. And before you know it, baby girl, you'll be single. That's all. And there'll be some one West brother here to solve all your problems. That's the Abigail breakdown, woman. All right. Anything else?
Most High in Christ, sir. The way that you tied that into the Anthony Edwards situation was heavy, so this might be a good time.
I think you're right. Go ahead and play it.
Con. We didn't have a video, but to sum it up, the brother.
Let me see you on the screen. If I let the people see you on the screen. Go ahead.
The brother's in the news this week because he got some Instagram hoe pregnant that's about 18 years older than him that already has a child by another famous brother, and he didn't want anything to do with it. He tried to tell her to have an abortion. He was in the news this week because he filed in court to have no custody, no rights at all, and just basically to say, tell me what I got to pay. The first time this has happened with him, he pressured another woman to have an abortion a few years ago. She did it, and he paid her $100,000 for it.
Yeah, well, okay. The brothers called me about this. This is Anthony Edwards. He's a famous basketball player. He gets these women pregnant. He tells them to have abortions. They say, are you out of your mind? I'm not having an abortion. You're a millionaire. They keep the baby, and then he sends them a letter saying, I don't want anything to do with the baby. Who cares? You dumbass. I'm not going to come see that baby. Okay, are you going to send me some of the millions? I'll take that. Anthony Edwards, let me tell you, brother, this is a big story because he's famous, but he's doing the same thing that so many simple brothers do. When you are choosing what woman you will have sex with, when you're doing that calculation, just remember this. You are also choosing the woman that you will get pregnant. You're choosing your baby's mother every time you choose a woman to have sex with. Because that's where babies come from, little baby boy. That's how babies get here. And if you think that you can have sex with a woman and not get pregnant, that's what your father thought. And here you are. Sex makes children. When you are deciding to have sex, you are really deciding on your child's parents. You're deciding that. And you don't know you're deciding that because of lust and sexual desire. So you think you're going into a bar or you're going on Instagram saying, who turns me on the most? Who am I most attracted to? Is this her?
Come on, sir.
Now, you don't want to have a child with this thing here. You don't want that. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want to say, that's my child's mother. You don't want that. But because you're stupid, just like Nabal, you don't think I'm choosing a mother. You think I'm choosing a broad to make me have an orgasm. But you're really choosing your mother. Unless you're just an animal, unless you're a goat or a dog or a cat. But if you're a human being, you can make a calculation that's more than just sexual desire. You can say, okay, I see her. She got a ton of fake breasts and she's on Instagram, which means I don't want to have sex with her because I can't have a baby with a woman like that. And you have to do that. Anthony Edwards is not the only one guilty of that. The majority of men on the planet do it, namely my father and yours. You understand? Most of us are accidents. Am I blowing your mind by saying that? Did you know you were an accident, everybody out there? Okay, I'm an accident. Everybody is an accident, virtually. When I say everybody, I'm being, I'm using hyperbole. I don't mean that literally. I just mean most men, they just were trying to have an orgasm and the girl got pregnant. That's it. Now, if you're going to do it like that, then yeah, you're going to have a lot of babies with women who you hate, with women who are unfit to be your child's mother. The lesson of Anthony Anderson is when you go to choose a woman to put your penis in, you are also choosing the next mother of your child. Everybody understands?
Come on.
Yes, please.
Come on, sir. We got a Dr. Umar clip.
Oh, can I say one more thing on the Anthony Anderson one?
Come on, sir. Baba Shah, Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Let me tell you, bro, it's something else out there. When you decide to go have sex with a man, you're also choosing your child's father. And most of you don't choose to have sex with some famous basketball player. You having sex with Reggie the drunk. That's who you choose. You choose some fake Israelite because he was in your inbox, or the man that sat next to you on some slavery you worked at. You can choose whatever kind of man you want. That's up to you. You can choose. A lot of women think, do I have to be with a rich man or can I be with a poor man? Before you have sex, you can choose whatever man you want. If you only want to have sex with a basketball player, then wait him out. Wait until Anthony Anderson comes to your city. Wait. And before you know it, you can say, Anthony Anderson, you're the one for me. Or you can decide, I don't care about money. I'm going to have sex with Jimmy the drunk. Or I'm going to have sex with this brother because he's kind and because he's a good person. The choice is yours before the sex. Now, once the sex has happened, the choice is no longer in your hands. If the choice is been chosen, and that's your man, and that's who's going to get you pregnant. Whatever man you chose to have sex with. Choosing the man to have sex with you is choosing your child's father. All right, go ahead, please.
Con, sir. And General Q mentioned in the comments the Ray Caruth situation. I don't know if you remember that one.
Oh, how did I forget General Q? Yeah, Ray Caruth. He was another famous football player. He just couldn't stop knocking up broads and getting everybody pregnant because he just thought about who he wanted to F, who he wanted to have sex with. And lo and behold, they would get pregnant. Shocker. If you have sex with a woman that you don't know with no protection and no nothing at all, no no form of contraception, she's pregnant. And she got pregnant. He didn't want to go on child support, and he paid somebody to kill her and the unborn child. Come to find out, the person only killed the woman, and the child was just horribly disabled, mentally disabled, and the child still lives and looks just like his father. Looks just like his father. Keep going.
To the Dr. Umar clip.
Yeah, this is going into the fake Israelites, if I could. I was trying to go into the empathy. I don't know if I have time, but I'll try. Let me go into the fake Israelites real fast. Let me tell everybody out there, does everybody know about the Sakari putting things in his butt?
I believe so, sir.
Okay. If everybody knows about that already, what I want to try to make you understand is the existence of fake Israelites, where they come from, why they exist. And it's the same reason that Donald Trump is president of the United States. Donald Trump did the State of the Union this week. And in the State of the Union, I heard him say it myself. I couldn't believe it. He said, people are saying that I'm the greatest president in history. The only one that is number 2 to me is George Washington. George Washington is number 2 to me. That's what people are saying. And as I watched this, I said, this is the most filthy, egotistical lunatic I have ever heard. And the only reason he even wants to be president is because he can't stand for anyone else to be greater than him. That's it. Donald Trump has no skill, no aptitude, no gift to lead people. None. He doesn't have it. He is not a leader. He is a self-aggrandizing, selfish pig. And the only reason he even wanted to be president is because he couldn't stand to have to follow anyone else. He couldn't stand anybody saying that George Washington is better than him. He had to be president so that he could just be the greatest person in the room, the greatest person in history, because he could not stand saying that anyone else was better than him. Sakaris, IUIC, other groups I don't even know about. The only reason you even exist is because your leader could not stand knowing that Commanding General Yohana was better than him. He couldn't stand it. That's the only reason your group even exists. The IUIC only exists because the men who started it didn't want to follow the men in the ISUPK. They didn't want to call them sir. They didn't want to bend to their will and obey their orders. They didn't. They said they'll leave so that when they leave the ISUPK, they can be the bishop. They can be the deacons. They can be in charge. All Nate ever cared about was being in charge. He didn't care about the kind of person he was. He didn't care about whether or not he was suitable for the position he desired. All he cares about is, I want to be in charge. That is what the IUIC and the Sakaris and all fake Israelites have in common with Donald Trump. You only wanted to be in charge. Otherwise, you would have stayed in the home of the truth. But you couldn't be in charge in here. You know why? Because we don't let men be in charge who want to shove everything in their behind, who want to have sex with white women, or who want to be gay. Bishop Nathaniel is clearly a closeted gay man. It's obvious. It's obvious. That's why he left the ISUPK, because we would never let someone who's struggling with his own masculinity be in charge. Never. He would have never been in charge in this school. But now he is in charge. Now he's the purple bishop, the purple boys, the gospel Q dogs. Now he's in charge. That's the only reason he even made that group up, just to have a group of people that would have to follow him. Let me tell you something else that makes you the same as fake Israelites and the same as Donald Trump. First, give me Umar Johnson. Let me show you something here. Umar, you know who Umar Johnson is, right, Ephraim?
Come on, sir.
He's the doctor. Every black leader is a doctor. That's been going on like that, since the 30s. It was a time in the 30s where you had to be a doctor. Then around about the 90s or the 70s, you had to be a bishop. Everyone called themselves bishops, right? That's why Nate calls himself a bishop. Because why? Because of Bishop T.D. Jakes and Bishop this and Bishop that. So Nate had to be the purple bishop who's half gay. Then the rest is working on the other part being gay. Bishop. This is Dr. Umar Johnson. And I want you to watch this very closely and then tell me what is peculiar about it. Go ahead and play it, Ephraim.
Years old. School ain't open yet. You was 12 years old.
Pause.
No problem.
Let me give you some context. Dr. Umar Johnson is reading the comments on his live stream. And some 12-year-old boy is saying, some boy is saying, damn, the school is not open yet. That school, you've been talking about opening up that school since I was 12 years old. So Dr. Umar Johnson is insulted by it. And so he's going to insult the boy. Go ahead and play it.
So, no problem. Little ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja. He said the school still ain't open. He was 12 years old. I see you, little crusty ninja. Why don't you shave that crust stash off the top of your lip too, little ninja? Shave that crust stash off the top of your lip, little ninja.
Give me the IUIC's video. So this boy is insulting Umar Johnson by saying he hasn't opened up this school. What's Umar Johnson's insult back to him? Anyone? I want someone in the chat room to tell me. The boy is saying that school never gets open. That's the insult to Dr. Umar Johnson. What's Umar Johnson's insult? Someone in the chat room, please tell me. Or someone in headquarters, if you know. Not you, Ephraim. I know you know already.
So we got a hand raised in the room.
All right, let me see. I can't see it.
Concert. The insult is that he's poor. He's saying, he got money for the school.
Did he say? I don't remember hearing him say he was poor.
He's crusty. He's crusty. I perceive him saying crusty to say you're a poor, crusty.
How does he know he's poor?
He does not, sir. He does not.
Okay, I didn't hear the word poor. You're interpreting crust to mean poor. He mentioned crust on his lip. He said crusty mustache. He didn't say poor. That's all I can tell you. I heard what he said, but he did not say poor. You understand, Hazahah?
I understand, sir.
Okay, so what was his insult then? Let me get the trooper.
Shalom, sir. Always good to see you.
Good to see you, Warrior.
Okay, crush off his mustache. And because he's young, I'm hoping he's talking about a runny nose.
Well, he didn't say runny nose. I did hear what he said.
That's what I'm hoping referring to, because that would really be unlike a grown man to insinuate anything more gross than that.
I get you, but why don't we just deal with what he called him? What did he call him?
He called him a little ninja. That's
and when he's saying ninja, what does he mean by that?
He means nigga.
Okay, how many times did he call him ninja?
Around about 3, 4 times.
Yeah. Over and over, right?
Common concept.
Do you understand that Umar Johnson, you can sit down, I appreciate you, Warrior, through water. Umar Johnson was insulted about how long it took him to open up his school. And Black Dr. Umar Johnson, his insult is to say, you're black. You're a nigger. You little nigger. Play it again. Play it again. Play Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson again. Go ahead.
Was 12 years old. No problem. Little ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja.
It's through 2.
I see you, little crusty ninja.
3.
He said the school still ain't open. He was 12 years old. I see you, little crusty ninja.
4.
Why don't you shave that crust stash off the top of your little ninja?
5.
Shave that crust stash off the top of your lip, little ninja.
6. Stop.
Little crusty ass ninja.
7.
Talking about he was 12.
Stop.
Yo.
He called him nigger 7 times. Do you know what is also with you fake Israelites and you so-called black leaders have in common with Donald Trump? You're racist against black people. You're racist. Imagine somebody hates me and I go, you little nigger. Who you talking to, nigger? You ain't nothing but a nigger. Nigger, shut up, nigger. That is the same thing that a white man would say to you if he got angry at you. Even black people who look at you, they hate you because you're black. And Dr. Umar Johnson expects to be a leader. Dr. Umar Johnson is unfit to lead anyone. He cannot be a leader. He's racist. He's racist against black people. But yet, he wants to be in charge of black people when he hates them. Let me tell you what he could have said. Couldn't he have said, you're stupid? Could he have said that? Could he have said, you little dummy? You little idiot? You little jackass? He could have called him anything. He could have called him dumb, stupid. Shut up, you little dummy. Shut up, you stupid little man. He could have called him anything, but he kept calling him nigger because when he looks at black people that he doesn't like, he thinks the same way a white supremacist thinks. Look at this stupid ass, crusty ass nigger here in front of me. This dirty nigger. All right, stupid nigger. Dr. Umar Johnson is unfit to lead people. Why is he even trying to be a leader? Simply because he doesn't want to follow men who actually are leaders, men who actually are fit to do this job. You don't believe me? Give me the IUIC. Play it.
Term that there, say nigga in the most derogatory term that there is. Niggas. Niggers. We not here. That we move as a godly camp and not as niggas. You dealing with niggas. Niggas is unproductive. I know niggas do what niggas do. You ignorant niggas. You dealing with a nigga. He's only intelligent to a nigga. Niggas will lie, steal, and kill.
These are the kind of black men that follow Donald Trump. They follow him because they see something in common in them that's in Donald Trump. They hate niggers too. This is a big Frida right here. He's another closeted homosexual. He's been molested as a child, and he has a affinity for his mother that is sick. He's enmeshed with his mother. That's a psychological term. He could have said, "You a bunch of stupid You UPK brothers are stupid. You UPK men are evil. You UPK men are wicked. Instead, the greatest insult he could give us was to say nigger to us in the most derogatory way. He's a racist against black people. He shouldn't be in charge of anyone. He should be following someone that loves black people.
Right.
He shouldn't be in charge of black people. That's not enough proof for you? Show me the Hispanics. Show me what they think about the Hispanics. Do you have that?
Come.
Let me show you something else. And then I'm going to get into all the things that these groups like to put in their butts. Their butts are crowded. There's some crowded butts out there in this fake Israelite world. It's barely any room in these butts are. I mean, the room in these butts, they're running out of room in the butts. They're running out of room. But I'm going to show you that they hate blacks and Hispanics. I always think to myself, well, if you hate black people so much, why are you trying to lead them? I know why you're doing it, because you just don't want to follow commanding General Yohana. You just don't want anybody telling you what to do. Can you imagine joining an Israelite group that only exists because your leader did not want anybody to tell him what to do? But now you're expected to do what he tells you. You got to obey all his orders. But he started his own group, so he didn't have to obey anyone else. Play the video, please.
The weasel? That's right. Okay, the conquistador. Yes. Wow. And guess what, Wetback? We know who you are too. You ain't going to escape. God got judgment for you.
Rewind.
Okay, the conquistador. Yes. Wow. And guess what, Wetback? We know who you are too. You ain't going to escape. God got your judgment for you, because you always been a nobody.
This is Bishop Nasty Nate of the IUIC, who has clearly had sex with a man. And he's calling some brother he's angry with a wetback. Now, he could call him dumb. He could call him an idiot. He could call him a mother effer. He could call him anything at all. But the brother is Hispanic. So since the brother is Hispanic, he calls him a wetback. This is someone that should lead blacks and Hispanics. This is who should lead. He hates Hispanics. He hates them. But yet he's in a group that is professing to lead them. The only reason that group exists is because he didn't want to follow orders. He didn't want to obey. He does not care about Hispanics. He does not care about black people. He thinks black people are just a bunch of niggers. Niggers in the most derogatory way. This cat talks like he's in the Ku Klux Klan. This cat talks like some Donald Trump white oppressor, calling Mexicans wetbacks. This week, these purple pigs sent some faggots, sent some homos out to Bronx. Give me the screenshot about them going out to the Bronx. And let me give you another way that the IUIC and all fake Israelites are the same as Donald Trump. Let me show you something else. Do you have the screenshot?
Wow, sir, I didn't.
Oh my God, Abadja didn't send it to you when they said they went out to the Bronx and he talked about how petty the deacon is. He likes his petty side. You don't have that?
Wow, sir. I'll see if I can pull that real quick.
All right, Badja, you out there listening? I'll send him this thing, please, if I could. Let me tell you what happened while Badja is sending it to you. The IUIC sent some choir boys out there in the Bronx this week up. And they out on street corners and they're trying to teach the Northern Kingdom. They're saying, Hispanics, we're on your side. You are not on the side of Hispanics. You're racist against the Hispanics. You're racist against black people. You hate black people. You hate Hispanics because you're a bunch of crooked cops. But they're in the North Bronx and they're trying to teach Hispanics, trying to fool them into thinking that they care about him. So afterwards, they go up on the internet and they post it. And this one, Big Frida, affectionately, we call him Big Frida because he dances like a gay woman, this gay star whose name is Big Frida. He's a dancer or something like that. So we call him that, affectionately, Big Frida. And Big Frida is saying, we borrowed the Bronx from you this week. Now you could have it back. Ooh, he's so tough. He's a big tough guy with all his twerking. Big Frida. Under the post, someone commented, I love when the deacon shows his petty side. A man said that, Ephraim. A man says, I love the deacon's petty side. These IUIC people, all of them are gay. Every last one of them is gay. Every last one. They put that on the internet. On the internet. And now, of course, I'm sure you're looking at the Sakaris. You think you're better than the Sakari in the IUIC. IUIC, you're next. You are next. That Nate, that Bishop Nate is twice the homo that Sakaris are. Twice the homo. Show me Big Frida dancing real fast. And then show me that Nate sent somebody a penis picture. What do you have?
Let me see if I can pull this up real quick, sir.
Go ahead. Where we up across the line? They in the room?
Khan, sir.
Who's there?
Captain Kazazai is right here.
Kazazai, you want to bring something out? Just let me know.
Just that after all these years, you know what I'm saying, from cross the line and us battling all our enemies, I feel a little bit of vindication after people were mad at me for calling him Glorilla Shebrew.
Well said. Thou art a prophet. You knew it.
Well, Most High in Christ. I like I had to tell them on Clubhouse. I just feel bad for. You understand that if there's anybody out there that might have been sincere who saw them, and then their faith gets broken because they didn't find the UPK first, or they didn't find their way home because they decided to fall in love. You know, and see a man who likes butt plugs first.
I feel sorry for him too. Like a brother in the Sakari might have lost his faith, but I can tell you this: if you lost your faith, look in Sakari's ass because it might be in there. Because everything, your keys might be in Sakari's ass. You've been looking for your keys. I think I know where they are. You've been looking for your faith. Whatever you lost might be in Sakari's ass. That's just a suggestion. All right. The water, Kadazar. Give Kadazar a hand.
Oh, sign Christ. Yes, sir.
All right. Let me wrap this up. Come on.
Yes, sir. We ready whenever you are, sir.
I appreciate you. Ephraim, you got anything?
Khan, I got this for you.
Yeah, play this right here. This is Big Free. This is Deacon Abayel. Deacon Abayel. He's the petty one. He has a petty side. This guy here. He has a petty side. Go ahead and play it. Wait, for time's sake, play the other one when the guy he sent somebody a penis picture, and then I'm going to solve the mystery of what a pegging kit is. Do you have the penis picture one?
I do not yet.
Oh my God! Let me tell you what happened a few years ago. There was a break-off group that broke off from the IUIC, and they did a video and said, because they started hearing all our videos where we were letting them know that the IUIC are closeted gay men. Some cat said, well, I know that what the UPK is saying is correct, because when I was in the IUIC, Bishop Nate sent me a dick pic. Excuse my language. He said Bishop Nate sent me a dick pic. Is this it? Go ahead and play it.
Penis. What would you consider me to be? Brother, let me ask you this before I say it. Brother, if I text you a naked picture of a man's penis, what would you consider me to be? Faggot, homo, what the fuck is wrong with you? So, excuse the brother's French. But here's the thing. You know, we're not trying to make light of this. This is the thing. The bishop sent me a naked picture of this brother's penis. And you deacons, some of y'all got that same picture. So why am I bringing this out? Not to belittle anyone. This was weighing heavy on me because now these allegations of the bishop are coming up, and I'm saying to myself, oh man, what the hell is going on here? So now, what do you think gonna happen? I'm gonna start reflecting on certain things that occurred. So, like I said, I don't want to be associated with that shit. This was when
that's enough. Pause. Yeah, pause. If you think that the Sakari are the last group that's going to be revealed to be homosexuals, you better hold on, because Bishop Nate is a closeted homosexual man. And that cat Big Frida, Deacon Abayel, he got a weird sickness with his mom, and he done been touched, and he is probably got all kinds of things in his buttock. All kinds of things. You've been looking for that blender. His wife, she's trying to make margaritas and pina coladas. She can't do it because the blender is missing. Now I'm gonna give you the last thing about a pegging kit. Let me see the brothers. Let me see all the camps out there. Let me see the brothers in the class tonight. All right.
Want the IUIC in the Bronx?
Yeah, you got that one about the pettiness?
Con, sir.
Go ahead, put that up on the screen.
Slack, sir. Emailing it to myself.
Okay. If you need a second. You can show me the brothers in the other camps, that'll save time. Florida, you out there. Now, Florida, you heard about the Chicago. I see you, Warrior. I didn't get a chance to salute you earlier. You heard about the Sakaris, like they went and bought pegging kits, right? Did y'all hear about that?
Not hear about it.
Oh, Benjamin, Trinidad, you don't know what I'm talking about. I hope y'all are West Indian brothers. Y'all don't play none of this. This is some real Judite nasty shit here. I apologize that you West Indian brothers even had to hear about this kind of filth. But have you heard about the pegging kits from the Sakaris?
Sir.
And have you heard? Do you know who the Sakaris are? I can't hear you, Trinidad.
Salakia, you hear me now, sir?
I hear you now. Go ahead.
Only by seeing them on the internet, sir.
Okay. Well, one of the guy who's in charge of them, he mentioned how he bought a pegging kit, but then it disappeared. The ghost of pegging kits past came in there and made the pegging kit disappear. It's gone now. But he purchased a pegging kit. Now, I did not know what in the hell a pegging kit is. I never even heard of it. Now, I went and I had my wife look it up because I didn't want to put that in my phone. She went and looked it up. Now, when you imagine, can you imagine a pegging kit? Who imagines what a pegging kit is? Give me your imagination. I'll tell you mine after you tell me yours. When you imagine a pegging kit, what do you think it is? Anyone? I'll take anyone.
Salakia, so if I may, at first I thought a pegging kit was like, you know what I'm saying, shelving, because when I used to like put shelving together, it was known as peg, because you put up the peg.
Yes.
Shelving.
Yes.
That's what I thought it was until I heard this. I'm like, how it go way left from just putting up
where you like where exactly are we putting these shelves?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. I'm like,
you putting a shelf in your ass.
Okay.
Let me tell you, when I heard pegging, I thought a peg was a little wooden, tube, a wooden thing. And I said, oh, a pegging kit must be a whole kit of wooden things that homos can put in their behind. That's what I thought. So I keep saying, what the fuck is this pegging? I've never heard this term before, pegging kit. And Sakari said it like, I did get a pegging kit. He said it like it was a common phrase. Brother, I went and looked up pegging kit, my wife. I sent what my wife found to Ephraim. I made sure to write in the description. Ephraim, what did I write in the description of that pegging kit I sent you?
Take a look, sir.
Go ahead. I made sure. Go ahead, read it.
Salakia, this is for class about Sakari.
That's what I wrote. So that no one can ever say that I went and this is mine.
So
I made sure. This is for the class for Sakari. Now, children, you gotta look away now. The kids, all right. Don't look at this. Sisters, you might not want to see this either. Ain't none of you West Indian brothers gonna be able to handle this right here. Okay, Florida, what tribe are you?
Judah, sir.
Judah. Okay, I'm gonna show you a pegging kit. Okay, get ready because it's terrible. Ephraim, put a pegging kit on the screen, and then you're gonna zoom in to see what it's called. Like,
if I could, sir, before I even realized that you wrote that. When I emailed it to myself to use for, that's what I put in the subject line for class.
For class. Listen, Ephraim, you a wise man. I don't want any misunderstandings. The water, Ephraim, you're right. Go ahead, Ephraim. Ephraim, do you know what a pegging kit is, Doc? A pegging kit is a penis, and the kit is the strap-on. The kit, a pegging kit, is a plastic penis, a dildo. It's a dildo, and it's called a kit because it comes with a strap-on so that you can wear it as you are having sex in Sakari's ass.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
So I just wanted to be clear. There was something going around a couple of months ago where Glorilla Shebrew was charging $500 a month to be a life coach for counseling. And he's been collecting tithes, and he has been taking Commanding General Yohana's tithe money and buying pegging kits. So when y'all
I didn't even ask how much this thing costs. But brothers and sisters, this is a pegging kit. Ephraim, zoom in at the bottom for the description. I still can't see it. Maybe other people can. That's it right there. Look at this. Love Honey vibrating silicone pegging kit. This is it. A pegging kit is a dildo with a strap so that your wife can wear it as she pretends to be a man putting a penis in your ass. I couldn't believe it. I'm thinking, why are they calling it pegging kit? Is it with wooden tools or wooden knobs? No, it ain't. It ain't that. It's just a dildo with a strap on so his wife could wear a strap on, tie it to herself, and go berserk in Sakari's ass with a penis. With a penis shaped like a penis, looking like a penis. Comes with two penises. Different ones, curved for your pleasure, for Sakari's pleasure. This is the person that wants to be in charge of someone. This is the what, chief high priest? This is it. Brothers, you have a sickness. You can't be in charge of anyone. You need to serve men who are better than you so they can get you some help, so they can cast the demons out of you. Why would you even go start a religious group knowing that you prefer that your wife pretends that she's a man with a big penis to put it in your butt? You are the chief deacon or the bishop. Why'd you even start a group? Why did Nate even go start an Israelite group, knowing that he struggles with gayness? Sakari was out there. You were calling him a chief head priest. He went home. His wife pulled out the pegging kit, which is a dildo that she ties to herself, and she puts it in his butt so he can pretend that he's a woman. That he's a woman getting a penis. Why do you think a pegging kit has a dildo in it? Who wants to blow my mind? Kataza, are you there? Kataza, why does a pegging kit have a dildo in it as opposed to a doorknob or a wooden stick? What's the reason that it looks like a penis, Kataza?
This is a horrible question to ask me right now. So
I know it is, but I got the answer to you. Let me ask someone else. Would you prefer that? You want me to answer? I'll answer. Would you prefer that?
I could only say because he's gay.
That's the only I knew you would be logical, Kataza. It's logic. But listen, you can shove a lot of things in your butt. You can shove your cell phone in your butt, a doorknob. You can shove all kinds of things around here, a cup or your glasses case. But why does Sakari want a plastic penis in his butt? You understand? That's the chief head priest of the Sakaris. That's him. And Nate is worse. Nate is worse than the Sakaris are. He's worse. This is a pegging kit. It's a strap-on. I don't know why they don't just call the damn thing a strap-on. A pegging kit is a strap-on. His woman was putting on a strap-on and putting a fake penis in his butt so he could feel like a girl. Give me Luke, the 12th chapter up. What's the last one? Give me Luke, the 12th chapter.
Come.
Jesus Christ. Is it Luke? Is it Luke 12 and 48? Let me see Luke 12 and 48.
Luke 12 and 48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes.
Let me tell you something. A lot of you out there, I'm sure if you're half a homo yourself, you're thinking, why is the UPK talking about this poor brother? Why are they talking about him in public? Why aren't they keep it? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ash. Go ahead, Ephraim.
Would you like me to take this off the screen, sir?
If you don't mind, Salak. I appreciate it. Salak and Ephraim. My apologies. A lot of you out there, because of your good Christian hearts, you don't like us talking about fake Israelites. I've heard it for years because I'm just going to destroy the IUIC. I'm going to destroy the IUIC until Nate's stories come out about him being gay, which is going to happen. That's going to happen. You hate that we do this. You hate that we judge outwardly and inwardly. You think that we should give some special allowances to fake Israelites that we don't give to TD Jakes or Creflo Dollar or to Eddie Long. You don't understand that we are not affiliated with any of you. None of you. To us, the IUIC, the Sakaris, you're just Eddie Long. That's all you are. We don't have any affiliation. We're not in some group together. Nothing. You are in the world and we are in the truth. And that is that. So we, of course, deal with you like we would with any preacher who has learned so much and never has thought that education means responsibility. Means you have a responsibility. If you want to be a chief head priest or a Dr. Umar Johnson or a Bishop Habayel or deacon, then you have a responsibility that profession affords you. You don't want it. You want the pleasures of being a deacon, of being a chief head priest, of being a bishop. You want everyone to bow to you and to come to you and to say, the bishop, the deacon. You want to walk into your gay Passover on a gay horse. Nate came into their Passover on the gayest horse. I don't know how they found that gay horse. That gay horse ate hay. That's what he ate. The gayest horse in the world. Nate went and found him, rated it on a fake Passover. You think that being in charge simply means you don't have to obey anyone else, but you don't understand that being in charge comes with a responsibility that you are not suitable for. Read it again.
Khan. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes.
You see, when you know something and you commit an evil act, you're going to be beaten with many stripes. But if you don't know and you do an evil act, you will be beaten with few stripes, because the knowledge you've learned means that you are more accountable for sin than other people are. So as you're sitting out there saying, why are we talking about them? We're talking about them because they deserve it. We are chastising the Sakaris. We're chastising the IUIC. Why? Because they're not Christians. They've learned the same breakdowns as me. Nate learned what I learned. Bishop Nathaniel learned the breakdowns that I learned, and he learned them before me. And he went and took those breakdowns, threw them away so he could simply be in charge, so he could be free to be gay without repercussions. He's worthy of as many stripes as I give him. He's worthy of every beating that he's going to get. And the Sakaris, my God, what are you even doing trying to be in charge? Why would you even want to? Where's your humility? You don't think to yourself, well, instead of me starting the Israelite group, I like a dildo in my butt. So instead, I'll follow the brothers in the ISUPK. I'll follow them because I'm still struggling with this dildo in my butt. But instead, you go start a whole group. You're more worthy of beating because of it, and you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Keep going.
Khan. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required.
To whoever much is given, to him much is required. You can't just take all the breakdowns from the UPK. You faggots have our 12 tribes chart. You have our breakdowns of the nations. You say that white people are Edomites. You say that the Jews are the tribe of Judah. You have our entire 12 tribes chart. You take it from us, you steal it from us, and you go set up another group. And then when you like dildos in your ass, I can't talk about it. I'm going to talk about it more because it's you. More. Because you've learned things that the Christians I destroyed have never learned. We destroy the Christians and they don't even know their nationality. And we still destroy them. You know your nationality. You know who Jesus Christ died for. And you started your own group instead of falling in line in the UPK so we could help you with your dildo fetish. You deserve this beating. Please know you're going to get it. Nate, Bishop Nate, if you out there, if any of you brothers love Bishop Nathaniel of the IUIC, the Most High God is coming for him. He's coming for him. Nate, you have to step down from the IUIC. You got to stop being in charge of the IUIC. You're going to have to put Big Frida in charge of the IUIC. I'm telling you now, Nate, you're going to have to step down and let Big Frida be in charge. Because if you do not step down from the IUIC, the Most High God is going to shame and embarrass you in a way that is terrible. And I am going to pour gasoline on the fire.
Right.
I pray you understand. With that, let me pass the class over to who's taking the class?
Officer Paratazar, sir.
Officer, let me pass the class over to Officer Paratazar. Let me make a few announcements, please. Paciencia por los anuncios. Somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York. Desde 1969, debajo del mando General Yahana Canales. Esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombres hispanos, negros o indios nativos, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa, pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pasando. With that said, also remember our brother Sawat, man. Our brother Sawat, man. Let me remember this word. 1 second. Resucitar, Sawat. Sawat will be back, brothers and sisters, man. Resucitar, Sawat. That's our brother, Oficial Sacerdote Sawat. Resucitar. With that said, give the class over to the brother Paratazar.
Clap it up for the class. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amajim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Shabbath, Amajim, Barak. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Rakatham.
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Rakatham.
Yazmatah. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Sisters, Amajim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Shabbath, Amajim, Barak. Yazmatah, class dismissed.